NRL vid 090 back in another video today. Today I'll be going through my round 5 NRL review 2020. I'm not going to do like the Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night or afternoon and Sunday afternoon reviews because I don't think I have enough time to do that much. So I'll just be getting back to going through all the games this round. Let's get into it. So Thursday night we had the Broncos versus Sea Eagles, and my Sea Eagles turn up for it, and we've won 20-18, but lucky though. Manly's first half was shocking, I thought, coming from a Manly supporter. Our first half was not good enough, unfortunately. Just that the thing was, like, our start was slow, our execution was poor, and you know what? We just couldn't hold the ball, Manly. We just, it's like all the players, our starting 13 had butterfingers because we just couldn't catch the ball. And it was just disappointing, I thought. But eventually we kind of got our act together. Manly came back, of course, in the second half. Good fight back by us. The Broncos played well early, actually. The Brody Croft and Anthony Milford's kicking was quite good. They were targeting our Manly's debutant, Tavita Funa, who made his debut. Xavier Coates got a try, jumping over him at one stage. They targeted Tavita Funa quite a bit. The debutant for Manly, but he did really well, I thought, Tavita Funa for Manly, got a debut, so that was good to see. But like, I think the thing is, the Broncos just couldn't hang on, I think, and you can say the penalty count's a bit ridiculous, I agree, but most of those penalties are just a bit of Brisbane's fault, I reckon, just that, the discipline obviously was a bit poor from coming in the second half and all that, and in first half. So it's kind of Brisbane's fault, but yeah, a lot of penalties to them, to Manly, sorry. But they also got a lot of 6 again, so that's kind of like penalties, but it's not exactly. But it was an okay game. I thought Manly played well. Jack Gazzeski made a successful return. He was a bit underdone. Gazzeski didn't have a great game, but did all right. Corey Waddell was excellent, and Tommy Turbo was man of the match, as always, had a fantastic performance, made a great try saver at the end, and Phil Blake was just a beast the whole game. I'll give this game maybe a 5 out of 10. It was a decent Thursday night footy game, didn't mind it at all. Moving on to the Friday night game, was the Warriors and the Cowboys, and the Warriors won in a high-scoring game, 37 points to 28, I think. I don't know, I'm getting a bit muddled up now. 37-26. Or whatever, one of those scores. But no, Warriors won though, and there was a lot of points actually. It was interesting. I thought the first half was a bit messy. Just overall, I don't know, like what it was just that lots of errors. The starts were slow by both teams. It was okay, the game, but just the start for both teams was just a bit off, I reckon. But look, the Cowboys just can't really defend, to be honest. Their defence needs to really be fixed before, But yeah, look, the main thing is Cowboys got to fix their defence. Their attack's pretty solid, I reckon, but their attack's pretty poor overall. And, that's what they need to really fix. I reckon they might need a change of coach as well, the Cowboys. I think Paul Green's done really well at the Cowboys in his time there, but I feel like a change is much as it needed for the Cowboys, I reckon. The Cowboys need to work on a few things. I thought Valentine Holmes was good, and Hamisa Tabai-Fidel had an excellent debut. It was good to see, but Warriors did play well. Peter Hiku had an outstanding game. Blake Green, who I'm a massive fan of, he played great. Blake Green was good to see. I'll give this game probably maybe a 5.7 out of 10. It was okay. It was an okay match, but high scoring. And it was there was some good tries in it. So 5.7 that game for the Warriors Cowboys. The other Friday night game. This was between the Eels and the Panthers. The Battle of the West, Western Derby at Bankwest Stadium. The Eagles pulled off a good comeback to beat the Panthers 16 points to 10. Originally, I thought Panthers had the game in the bag because they were playing that well, and I don't know, Parramatta just didn't click at all. I thought, Panthers could control the game more better, and Eagles didn't wake up. but not until the second half. They kind of came out with a bit of a bang around the 60th minute. I think that's when we really saw them come and try hard, the Eels. Wagga Blake was outstanding for the Eels, I thought. Mitchell Moses, I'm not a fan of Mitchell Moses at all, but I got to say, he did play quite well. His kicking was great. Yeah, it makes me sick. It's like me chewing a lemon for me to say that far out about Mitchell Moses, but he played okay, played well. Yeah, but Junior Paulo was great up front. I thought Reed and Campbell Gillard had a decent game. Those two did really well in defence and also in attack. Those Parramatta's front rowers. And with the Panthers, I thought Nathan Cleary had a great game. His kicking was on as well, and I thought he made a good comeback from being out with suspension. I thought Apisai Coruscant, Appy, did quite well around the ruck. He made some good nice runs. He's good at doing that, Appy, good at ducking and running. I know him quite well from previously watching him at Manly. Yeah, look, the Panthers had that game. They really dropped it. I don't know what happened. They just gave up. And obviously Parramatta wanted it more, and they just got their result, Eels, by getting a win. I enjoyed this game, so I'll give it maybe a 7 out of 10, a good solid 7. I enjoyed this game. It was pretty entertaining. Good big hits. It was pretty physical. It was, a good clash between Panthers and Eels. They've had a few good clashes over the years, so I'll give that game a solid 7 out of 10. Moving on to Saturday, Rabbitohs and the Titans. And Rabbitohs are just simply too good for the Titans. Latrell Mitchell had an outstanding game at fullback. I'm just wondering, where's all these haters now? You know, they're nowhere. They're all quiet, which is good. Latrell was excellent. Got a few try assists and even got a try as well. Did really well. I thought Gagai had a much improved performance after last week against the Storm. Gagai did really well. He also got a try and did quite well out wide. Yeah, and I thought Tom Burgess was great as well. Haven't really spoken about much about Tom Burgess recently, but that was a game I kind of realised he played quite well. So that was good to see by Burgess. The Titans, though, they actually did alright. In the first few minutes, not the first few minutes. It was all Rabbitohs. It was like the 24th minute, and Rabbitohs were winning like 24-0 or 26-0, I think. Because Rabbitohs took the penalty goal. And I think that in the 24th minute, it was like 26-0 to Rabbitohs, so the Titans. But in the second half, the Titans actually kind of showed up. Bryce Cartwright got a pretty cool try in the corner. Anthony Don batted back and Cartwright went in. Yeah, look, Titans show some effort, but no, they were just terrible in the first half, and they just can't click, can they? The Titans just cannot click at all. Yeah, no, I reckon Souths did really well. Their forward pack kind of showed up today, but it's only Titans, so wouldn't really be too phased in their forward pack yet. But they played okay against the Titans, even though it's them. Yeah, I'll give this game a 4 out of 4.5. It wasn't a great game, but it was good for South Sydney in a way for their bounce back. On to the 5:30 game on Saturday, so this is the second game we're on to now. We had the Knights versus the Melbourne Storm. Storm won 26 points to 12. There was some controversial calls in this game, I think. Yeah, there was actually. Like, there was a try disallowed, which was I thought was a try, but anyway. And there was a bit of an obstruction sort of thing that went wrong, and wasn't too impressed with that either. Just that I think the Storm were just too good at the end, but Knights played well. They were really fighting though. In the opening few minutes, Knights were a bit disappointing, I thought. Just couldn't hold the ball, and they just couldn't compete with the Storm. But they did come out with a different sort of attitude in the second half, but not enough to beat the Storm, unfortunately. Storm were just too good. I thought Dale Finucane was outstanding. For the Knights, though, David Clemmer, Big Clem was, great. It was a good clash. It was a good game, but overall, I think it was just the classy Storm as usual, and the Knights just couldn't handle it. Look, Vunivalu got a pretty nice try in the corner, and look, I think O'Brien was pretty angry after the game, and he should be, because Knight's effort wasn't good enough, but the second half was better. Yeah, I'll give this game a 6 out of 10. Was okay, but yeah, it was okay overall. Decent sort of match. Last but not least, on the Saturday night match, Saturday afternoon match, we had the Raiders versus the Tigers, and the Raiders won in a pretty close one, which I was a bit surprised about. Raiders won 14 points to 6 over Tigers. Tigers' defense was just outstanding. The Tigers were really solid throughout the game, I thought. Yeah, I thought Luke Brooks kind of controlled the game quite well. Harry Grant was all quality out there. He showed his skill, did really well. For Tigers at hooker. Canberra were very slow, and that's a minor concern against the Tigers. Like, I don't know, Canberra just didn't click. They were just dropping balls. They didn't look interested, Canberra, in that game at all to start off with, but they eventually clawed back. I think Ricky Stewart had a good talk to him at half time, and that obviously helped him to hit back for the second half. Yeah, but look, I thought the Raiders were okay, but it wasn't the best performance by them. But they'll be out to clean it up again. They're a bit sloppy that game, but yeah, they'll definitely improve in that performance. But Tigers weren't bad, but they just couldn't end the game. They just couldn't hang on with the Canberra coming back. They just didn't know how to hang on in the last few minutes. So I'll give this game maybe a 4 out of 10. Didn't really like it that much. I mean, yeah, it was okay, but yeah, look, Tigers played well, but not good enough. And Raiders were sloppy, but they'll definitely bounce back. So I'll give this game maybe a 4 out of 10. Sunday football, we had only one game on Sunday. So this game was originally supposed to be 6:30, but got moved to 4 o'clock. Dragons and the Sharks, and good win by the Dragons, I thought. Matt Duffy had an outstanding performance at fullback. Ben Hunt came off the bench. Cameron McInnes went to back row, and Hunt did really well at hooker. It was good to see. Dragons had a great performance, and I was happy for them in a way. Still not the best team in the comp or anything, but it was much needed improvement, and it kind of relieves a bit of pressure off Paul McGregor. But McGregor should go still, but relieves a bit of pressure off him, I think, in a way. The Sharks were just, yeah, they have one good game, they have another bad game. They're becoming like the Warriors, I think, in a way. But yeah, like, Townsend didn't really do much. He was a bit quiet. Johnson was quiet as well. I think the only player that kind of stood out for the Sharks in that game was kind of Toby Rudolph or Blake Brayley, and Andrew Fafita was okay, but they're the only guys that kind of stood out for Cronulla. Only 3, so it wasn't much. But Dragons obviously just were too good, and they got a much deserved win. So I'll give this game maybe a 5 out of 10 as well. It was an okay game. Dragons, yeah, but that was good by Dragons, so congrats to them. Yeah, and I was happy to see that they kind of get their act together and put up a good performance against the Sharks, but Sharks need to get back to the drawing board, I think. 5 out of 10 I'll give this game. Now, the game we just witnessed on Monday, so I was not expecting to see a Monday night match, but we saw it because of some COVID concern with Aiden Tolman and his son. But anyway, they're all good now, which is good to see. But the Roosters absolutely thrashed the Bulldogs, 42-6. Roosters masterclass. It's just a Roosters masterclass, isn't it? Just way too good. Yeah, and the only try scorer for Bulldogs was Kieran Foran, and that was good to see. I was happy for Foran to get a try. Yeah, and the Roosters, yeah, James Tedesco got a hat-trick. He was too good. Angus Crichton was super solid out wide in defence and attack. And I thought Daniel Tupou was okay out wide on Nick Meaney defending. It was just all Roosters, really. Roosters and the Bulldogs just could not keep up with them. I thought Adam Elliott was all right. He's the only one that really passes the ball around. I know Foran does, but for a lock, Adam Elliott, he passes the ball around. He's more creative than Lachlan Lewis. You know what pissed Lachlan Lewis off? He's nothing. I think Adam Elliott could even do a better job at halfback, but I wouldn't play him there. But he looks like he does a bit of a better job than Lewis, that's for sure. Yeah, but look, Dogs just didn't turn up, and Roosters are obviously too strong for them. I'll give this game maybe a 5.5 out of 10. It was all Roosters really. Bulldogs weren't really in it, but yeah, that brings it into my review, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tips will be out for tomorrow for round 6, so stay tuned for that. Alright, guys, peace.